Hi everyone, it's Nini. Welcome to my channel. I'm at the Myron Grove boat ramp, which is near Vermilion, South Dakota. This is in the southwest part of the state and an area where 3 states meet up. Nebraska is across the river, and a little bit further that way is Iowa. This is the site of an unsolved murder. On June 1st, 2015, an Iowa woman came here to go fishing. Less than an hour after she arrived, a Game Fish and Parks officer found her body floating by the dock. Alicia Marie Folkers was born on June 27, 1985. She was raised by her grandparents in Sioux City, Iowa. She was a bubbly woman and a social butterfly. She was very trusting and had an optimistic view on life. One of her favorite hobbies was fishing. On June 30th, 2011, she married her high school sweetheart Tony Hummel when she was 26. In 2013, Alicia started work as a preschool teacher at the Siouxland Family Center. 2014 was a rough year for Alicia because her marriage had been struggling for a while. Alicia had been trying everything to make it work, and Tony wasn't putting in much effort. It didn't help matters when Alicia came home one day and found Tony in their bed with another woman. Being cheated on is rough, but to actually see it with your own eyes, I mean, ugh. Tony and Alicia separated, and Alicia moved back in with her grandparents in Sioux City. By spring of 2015, she accepted they were going to start divorce proceedings. She realized she deserved to be treated better, and above all, she deserved to be happy. She was looking forward to June because that is when the summer break from her job started, and she was also going to be turning 30, which is a milestone birthday. Alicia woke up on Monday, June 1st, 2015, and noticed the weather was going to be perfect for fishing. She posted on Facebook, "First day of vacay, I'm going fishing." She planned to go to the Myron Grove boat ramp, which was about an hour's drive from Sioux City. Alicia had fished there before, and she loved the beauty and calmness of the area. Alicia took off after lunch. She first drove to Newcastle, Nebraska, where the home she had shared with Tony was. Her fishing supplies were still there. She couldn't find her tackle box and texted a friend she was going to, quote-unquote, start over. She put her fishing pole in her car, but it didn't fit, so she stuck it through the sunroof. She took a picture of it and posted it on Snapchat with the caption, "When your pole doesn't fit in your car." She then started driving north. When she crossed the border into South Dakota, she took a picture of the Welcome to South Dakota sign and posted that on Snapchat. Alicia then arrived in Vermilion, South Dakota. At 1:06 p.m., Alicia entered this Walmart and bought a fishing license. I'm not sure what she meant by starting over because that was all she bought. She didn't buy any fishing supplies. At 1:19, she texted a friend and said she bought her license from a quote-unquote old man, and he told her he hoped she caught a big one. Alicia then headed to the Myron Grove boat ramp, which is about 10 miles west of Vermilion. It's in the middle of the country. You're surrounded by corn and bean fields on your way out there. There's only one gravel road going to and from the boat ramp, and it's a couple miles long from the paved road. It is surrounded by trees and it is secluded, but it was a very well-known area for fishing and for people to launch boats. Alicia got here about 1:30 that day, and she took a picture of this sign with the dock behind it. I think the sign had more stuff on it in her photo. She posted that photo on Snapchat with the caption, "Finally, I've been waiting since fall." I can see why Alicia liked it here. This is gorgeous. All the pictures and videos that I saw before I came here don't do this place justice. Like, those bluffs are way bigger in person. Look at them, those are gorgeous. You can see them from the road before you even come in here. I'm here in September, so the trees have already started to lose some of their leaves. So I'm sure in June, when the leaves are full, it's even more secluded and more private. Alicia wasn't alone here that day. Apparently she saw people in a car having relations. Because at 1:45 p.m. she texted a friend and said, "Apparently it's a nice day to get it on in the car, midday to LMAO." It seems like that's the main parking lot, and then you walk a little bit further back to get to the boat ramp area. I don't know if she parked at the first one and that's where she saw people in a car, or if it was closer to the water. That text message she sent at 1:45 was the last time anyone heard from Alicia Hummel. At 2:15, a Game Fish and Parks officer came to the boat ramp to do some routine cleaning. As he drove down the gravel road towards the boat ramp, he met a dark-colored car with tinted windows driving away from the boat ramp. He noticed it had a loud exhaust, like something was broken. When he got to the boat ramp, he noticed Alicia's car was the only one parked there. As he walked towards the dock, he saw a body floating in the water. It was Alicia. Alicia's family and friends reported her missing around 5:30 that evening. They hadn't heard from her, and she hadn't posted anything on social media for hours, which was unlike her. At 10:30 that night, her grandparents were informed Alicia had been found murdered at Myron Grove. This is an open case, so police have not revealed all the details to the public. What they have revealed is that dark car the Game Fish and Parks officer saw was also seen by a resident in the area, but neither of them knew the make or model of the car. Alicia's car window was found rolled down and her keys were on the front seat. Her purse and her fishing pole were missing. At first it was thought by the public that her cell phone was missing too, but in 2021 the Clay County Sheriff Andy Howe released that they did have Alicia's cell phone, but they haven't said where they found it or when they found it, just that it turned up in the investigation. A pair of men's shoes were found by the dock down there. They're described as shoes someone would wear to a restaurant. Am I just dumb, or what the heck does that mean? Like all black shoes or something? I don't know. It's not clear if the shoes have anything to do with Alicia's murder. Maybe they belong to the killer, maybe they don't. Alicia's full autopsy has not been released in order to protect the investigation, but they have shared some details. Her death was very violent. Her cause of death was drowning, but her neck had been cut and her head had been beaten with a blunt object. It sounds like they didn't know what instrument was used to cut her, but they do know what object was used to beat her, but they are keeping that private. I wonder if it was a rock. If the killer grabbed whatever was nearby to hit Alicia, I would think a rock would be most likely since they're down by the shore. One thing that is known for sure is that Alicia did fight for her life. She had bruises on her hands and arms, and one of her fingers was broken. It's likely Alicia scratched her killer during the attack and possibly got DNA under her fingernails, but police have neither confirmed nor denied they have DNA. Alicia had not been sexually assaulted. I almost wonder if maybe she was fishing on the dock when she was attacked, or if she was attacked up here. There is a pretty good hill going down to the dock. They would have had to drug her body all the way down, which that would take a lot of strength. For Alicia's funeral, they dressed her in long sleeves to hide the bruises on her arms, and they put a scarf around her neck to hide the cut. They tried their best to make her look like the Alicia people knew and loved, but it was still very obvious that she had been brutally beaten. Police installed cameras around here to see if the killer would return to the scene, but they have not said if they've seen anything on those cameras or not. I do kind of wonder if the cameras are still here and they're watching me right now, like, who's that weirdo talking to herself in a camera? Police looked into Alicia's husband Tony immediately. Tony had been 4 hours away in Pierre at the time of the murder, so he had an alibi, and police ruled out he had hired anyone to murder Alicia, so he was cleared. They looked into the woman he had cheated on Alicia with, but that woman was cleared too. Police announced they were looking for the owner of the dark car who was here that afternoon, and anyone else who was in the area between 1 and 3 p.m. that day in case they saw something. From my understanding, to this day, over 9 years later, nobody has come forward to say they were the owner of the car or the couple being intimate. If you were innocent, why wouldn't you talk to the police? Granted, that would be embarrassing to admit that you were the ones, having relations here. But if you knew people were looking for people who were in the area and you were in the area and you didn't do anything wrong, I would think you would go to the police. For a long time, they did wonder if robbery was the motive since her purse and fishing pole were missing. But about a year after her murder, some college students found her purse on a sandbar just down the river, more closer to Vermilion. Her cash and credit cards were still in her wallet, so it wasn't robbery. Now, I'm not a profiler or police or anything. I'm just some bum on the internet who has an interest in true crime. But I don't think Alicia was killed by anybody she knew. Alicia did post a lot on social media, but I don't think she posted her exact whereabouts that day until 1:30 when she posted the Snapchat of the sign and the dock. She lived over an hour away, so I would think most of the people she knows are in that area. So they would have had to seen her Snapchat, driven all the way here, and then killed her. That would also mean that they were just like waiting around for an opportunity to kill her. I don't think that's very likely, especially since it seems like Alicia was killed very quickly after she arrived here. You know, she sent that last text message at 1:45, and then it was just 30 minutes later that the Game Fish and Parks officer found her body in the river. I do really wonder if Alicia witnessed a crime that day and she was killed so she wouldn't be able to tell anybody what she saw. She noticed people having sex. Was it even consensual? Was it an adult and a minor? Maybe it wasn't even anything criminal, it was just something people were ashamed of, like maybe it was a closeted gay couple, or maybe it was people having an affair. But I would think if it was somebody having an affair, or even a gay couple, like Alicia's not gonna know who they were, so you wouldn't know that they were having an affair. So I really do think it was a crime that she saw. Alicia did send that text message at 1:45, so maybe they saw her on her phone. Maybe they were worried she took a picture or a video or something. Sheriff Andy Howe said in 2021 that they have suspects they have not been able to clear. It kind of sounds like they just need that one extra piece of evidence to be able to arrest someone for Alicia's murder. Police are offering a $5,000 reward for any information that leads to an arrest. This is a memorial for Alicia here. I don't know how long it's been here, but I think it's been here a few years. I thought this was cool. Somebody put a Luke Bryan picture in there. Alicia loved Luke Bryan. My boyfriend and I were actually here this weekend because we were in the area, and I noticed that her memorial, it looks like the stuff had been there for a while and it was kind of faded. So I bought some flowers just to add a little bit more color back to the memorial. So I'm walking to my car to grab them. Alicia's family and friends are not going to stop trying to get justice for her. Her best friend started a Facebook page fighting for justice for Alicia Hummel to spread the word about her case. Every June, family and friends talk on the phone or get together to honor and remember Alicia. Alicia was such a bubbly girl who had such a positive outlook on life. She was just about to start divorce proceedings and she was going to start this new life, and she never got a chance to do any of that. Hopefully someday she does get justice.